For our Q&A session, we have with us Leaders Club member from New Jersey, Star Master Peter Lee. Please welcome him with a big round of applause. Hello, Star Master Peter Lee.
Hello, Sandy. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank
How
you
are
for
you?
inviting me here today.
We have received many questions for you from many members from all over America. We have selected 3 members who will ask you a question and you will answer them based on your life experience in ATOMY today. I'm excited. Shall we begin?
I'm nervous.
The first question comes from North Carolina, Hermelinda Lopez. Hello, Hermelinda. How are you?
Hello, I am fine. I am very glad to be here tonight with you. And yes, I have a question for Star Master Peter Lee. My question is, what has been your biggest challenge in ATOMY? And what did you do to overcome it?
The biggest challenge that I ever had was me. Of course, there were many different kinds of problems, situations, and circumstances that hurt me really bad and put me down. And the hardest challenge to overcome was also me, myself. I think it is so true that the worst enemy in our lives is within us. When I started ATOMY, I didn't know anything about network marketing. So I made a lot of mistakes. At one time, I lost huge groups that kept me sales master. So every time I made mistakes and something wasn't really going with my plan, it was me. It was me trying to put me down, and it was me telling me I cannot do this. Even it was me make me feel exhausted and hurt myself, not only physically, but also mentally and emotionally. So one day I watched Dr. Lee's video, and he was talking about self-motivation, self-suggestion. So that video gave me idea that I can overcome myself. So I started a research for short motivational videos through YouTube and downloaded on my phone. So whenever I had a hard time, I watched the video many, many times, and it helped me a lot to get through. So I believe that there's nothing we cannot overcome in ATOMY. It is just us. We have to fight against our negative mindset. We have to find somehow a way to self-motivate ourselves. There is a quote saying that a negative thinker sees difficulty in every opportunity, but a positive thinker sees an opportunity in every difficulty. So it clearly telling us that it is ourselves who makes the hardest and biggest challenge in ATOMY. So hopefully this will help anyone to overcome their biggest challenge in ATOMY.
Wow, thank you very much, Star Master Mr. Peter Lee. I appreciate very much your answer and your sincerity. That's helped me a lot to grow my develop in this wonderful company ATOMY. Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, thank you, Star Master Peter Lee, for sharing your challenges doing ATOMY. As Star Master Peter mentioned, let us change our mindset to a positive mindset to overcome those challenges. I definitely agree. Yes. Our second question comes from a member from Las Vegas, Nevada, and we have Rosalind Simmons.
Hello.
Hello, Rosalind. I understand you have a question for Star Master Peter Lee as well, so please share with us.
Hello, Sandy. It's it's very nice to meet you. My question for Star Master Peter Lee is how to motivate a member to attend seminars and meetings.
Oh, well, that is a really tough question. I know it is hard. It is hard to encourage members to attend all the seminars and meetings. But No matter what, we have to promote all the seminars to our members because we know that the duplication takes place in the seminar. So the question is, how can we motivate our members to attend all the meetings, right? So first, what I can suggest is that we have to show some changes within ourselves first. Let's say telling your members that we can be successful in anime, right? But you shows no changes with you even after a few months or a few years, then how can it motivate your members, right? That is why we have to speed up for our success. The longer it takes to make a progress for your success, the harder it will be to motivate people or your members. Let's say you are making money in Atomy. That has a really good influence on people. I know it sounds like too materialistic, right? But think about why we are willing to listen to all the successful leaders in Atomy, because they have a proof, which is their success. And that is enough to have a good influence on people, right? So we have to show changes within ourselves first. Second, we have to help members to find their own why. Because Atomy is not yet their own business or vision. It is still sponsors Atomy, not theirs. So they will be more reactive, not proactive. What if the problem is their own problem? Then people will be more proactive to solve the problem, right? So we have to think about why Atomy is necessary for them, just instead of pushing people to attending meetings or the seminars. For instance, let's say there is a member who has a decent job making good income. Then Atomy wouldn't be necessary for the person, right? So he or she will be more reactive, not proactive toward attending all the meetings and seminars. Therefore, we want to give some good example. You want to give a good example from our successful leaders or people who were at a similar economic situation or circumstances and explain why they studied this atom. Then the member can relate it to that. Or you can ask a question how he or she is getting ready for their future and explain why Atomy is the right answer for our uncertain future. I can tell you this, it was me. At the beginning of my Atomy business, I had a decent job. I worked in healthcare industry, so I had a really good, decent job and making good amount of money. And plus, I didn't have a really good, strong, my own Atomy vision. So I was more reactive, not proactive. But something bad happened to me. Through the incident, I found my own Atomy, my own why. And Atomy became my own Atomy vision. Since then, I became more proactive with anything in Atomy. So I think it is a good way to have members become more proactive for attending all the seminars and meetings if we can help them to find their own why. Lastly, it will be a more practical way to encourage a member to attend the meeting. So you can put some promotional, the price, like if anybody attending all the seminars for a month, will receive some free gift, some products. Of course, you have to put some conditions, like they have to turn on their cameras or state their names in the chatting room so you recognize who's attending seminar, right? Right. So hopefully that helps to your answer to your question.
Oh my God, it does help so much. Thank you very much to your answers, Master Lee, Peter Lee. This is very enlightening. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Star Master Peter, for giving us your advice on inviting members to ATOMY seminars and meetings. We have selected Amy Zhang. Hello, Amy.
Hello, Cindy.
Hello.
Your question here has been selected by ATOMY's marketing staff. And so, what is your question to Star Master Peter Lee?
My question for Star Master Lee is, what motivates you to keep going with ATOMY?
Okay, well, my answer will be long for this question. I can tell you this: there were two parts of my ATOMY life. During the first part of my ATOMY, it was a product, especially Hemohim. Hemohim was the most important reason that I opened my mind to ATOMY. And I trust the Hemohim because of my personal experience. So my product trust kept me going at the beginning. That is why anyone who wants to ATOMY must have a product trust, because it is the fundamental driving force for especially beginners to move forward to the next level. And then the life scenario was my another driving force for myself. Not only did I write a life scenario, but also I told my family about my life scenario, like what my dreams were and what I would buy for my wife, like her dream car or house, right? And as our CEO said, if we proclaim our dream to family or people near us, then the life scenario will be not only a promise to ourselves, but also to family or people. Therefore, the promise will keep going no matter what. I can tell this, he was absolutely right, because the life scenario, the promise to my family motivated me to move forward. For example, my wife asked me time to time what happened to her dream car or house, not because she believed ATOMY, but because she wanted to prove that I was wrong about ATOMY. And her doubt and trust gave me some kind of strong motivation, determination for my dreams. It's like, okay, I will prove it. I will show you who is right. And we will see about that. That kinds of a spirit that I got from her distrust and the doubt. So at the end of each year, I said to myself, let's do it one more year. And when next year came, I said it again, just one more year and one more year. That's how I did for my first part of ATOMY. And however, the biggest turning point in my ATOMY life was 4 to 5 years after I studied ATOMY, which was my second part of ATOMY life. So what happened was I started to have internal bleeding. My hemoglobin level was 4. It was a very serious condition. It's like life and death situation. And internal bleeding kept happening for next 3 years. Although I got blood transfusion, I lost my blood again, and the hemoglobin level was back to 5. So it kept happening for next 3 years. Even one time I fainted during my work, so I couldn't go to work. So no work, no income. And I didn't have any income to support my family. So biggest question that bothered me a lot at the time was, who will take care of my family? My wife and my 2 little boys, right? But ATOMY kept sending me a check every week, even though I didn't work. That was the power of a residual income. At the time, I realized that ATOMY would take care of my family if I was not with my family. That was the main reason why I had to do ATOMY. I found my own why, because ATOMY is my only and the last option for my family. Because of my personal experience, I always emphasize on this why question to people, because we will face many unexpected problems, even we will rejection from people. during this ATOMY journey. But if we have our own why, that will be our energy. That will be our energy and reasons and driving force to keep us moving forward. So I hope that you also find your why for your own ATOMY, then you won't give up. It will motivate you keep moving forward. Like the ATOMY, my own why kept me going forward. So that's my answer to your question.
Thank you for the great answer. I will find what are my why to continue ATOMY again, and I really appreciate for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Star Master Peter Lee. I hope your genuine response to the questions for ATOMY members will help them improve in their business. We definitely learned a lot about the ATOMY business based on your experience. So thank you once again to the participating members. Let's give another big round of applause to Star Master Peter Lee and the participants.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, everyone.